Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
All right, back again. My name is Bill, and I'm ready to fight.
And my name's Barry, and I'm ready to fight.
All right, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on.
All right, welcome to Anna's Corner, where we settle the score once and for all on who's the best. That includes best music, best shows, best movies, best anything, basically. And today we'll be discussing music. So here are the rules. Each host, myself and Bill, we take 30 seconds to explain who's the best within the topic that we're discussing. At the end of the round, Bill and I decide who won that round. We keep going until we run out of rounds or whoever gets the most points. So this week, what are we talking about, Bill?
We are talking about the Verzuz battle that happened last night between Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat. And as usual, Barry, what happens when we have a tie or we don't agree?
Yeah, when we don't agree, that's easy. The audience splits the difference. So a lot of this is based off of our opinion. So my mom always said, if 5 or more people don't agree, that means, 5 or more people agree, that means it's a fact. So if you're watching this on YouTube or anywhere with a comment section, just add your 2 cents below and tell us who won each round.
All right. And basically, again, we are going to discuss the Verzuz that happened last night. I know I was ready to watch it. I know you were ready. 90s, 90s R&B. That's what it's all about for us.
A lot of New Jack Swing.
Doing our predictions. You had it one way. I had another way.
Yeah, for a reminder, I think I said it was like, I gave like a 70% edge to Bobby with a 30% edge to, you had it 50-50. And I think that's a little bit in line with what happened, but we'll talk and we'll see.
We'll talk.
So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to go through the 21 rounds that they matched up. And for the rounds where we both agree, we're not really going to spend too much time debating because we agree. We're just going to move on. And when we disagree, we're just going to get in a ring and fight. So I'm just going to do a coin toss. It is actually irrelevant. And you'll see why. But to decide who goes first, call it in the air.
Tails.
Yeah, and it's tails, but it doesn't matter because we actually agreed on 100% of our picks. So
first time in history.
Yeah, so let's just jump into it and start discussing these rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
To start the rounds, round 1, I'm going to start with Keith because Keith went first. Keith Sweat jumped off with Something Just Ain't Right. Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel.
And it's not a lot of songs that could beat Don't Be Cruel. You could only tie it. And Bobby won that one. We both agreed it was Bobby. So
easy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. All right, round 2. We have Make You Sweat versus Mr. Telephone Man.
I love the title track, but the pun intended, but it's Bobby, Mr. Telephone Man, the Any Edge. And this is when, so we both agreed it was Bobby. This is what I would say. Keith is a great trash talker because he started getting in Bobby's head about playing indie records. And I think Bobby was scared to pull the trigger on some other indie records after Keith started getting into his head and told him he was cheating by playing New Edition records.
Possibly, but I think it was already, DJ Cassidy already had the playlist.
Yeah, so maybe because they said stuff was written down. Yeah, so you're right. Yep. You're right.
And then you got to think also, he actually on that particular song, everybody knows Bobby's parts. So
yeah. It's one of
it's a Telephone Man.
Yeah. What happened in round 3?
Round 3, this is when Keith winning his ballot bag. How Deep Is Your Love versus Jealous Girl.
And we both had, I love Jealous Girl, but we both had Keith. It's just a big hit. Yeah.
Big hit.
Yep. And this is when he's going to go on a little rampage right now. Round 4.
We got Keith Sweat, I'll Give All My Love versus Girlfriend.
So I changed my last minute and we went with the tie.
Yep.
Yeah, and the reason being, so we are a little difference of opinion on this one.
Mhm.
I love Girlfriend, but I'm saying that both of these songs are actually a little under the radar. I don't think they resonate too much with the younger generation. You're saying that they're a little bit above the radar, not huge is like Roni and some of their bigger hits, but they're synonymous with like a couple of cookouts. So
Yeah.
we both agree as a tie. I'm just saying that these songs are lesser known, where you're saying that they're a little bit more familiar to the audience.
I think and at the time, if they're number one on the billboards, the song has to be at least big.
Yeah, they're
at some point.
They're exactly. So they are their numbers match up, which is why I
absolutely.
changed mine.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and go to number 5.
Yep.
Keith played "How Do You Like It" remix that featured Left Eye, and Bobby played. He went back to the same album, King of Stage, and played "Girl Next Door."
All right, so this is why we both have a tie. But I'm putting. Remember, I told you on the predictions episode, I rock with "Girl Next Door."
Yeah,
I know a lot of people don't know it.
Yep.
Same thing with Keith's selection. These are lesser known tracks. So even though I may love "Girl Next Door,"
absolutely.
Fun fact: Cole Brown, cockroaches in the video, and he ended up talking to Bobby's baby mom or whatever. But yeah, I feel like these are both cult hits, so they're a tie. You can't necessarily pick a winner. They're just lesser known hits.
Absolutely.
What's the you got the point total right now?
Point total, we have 2 for Bobby, 1 for Keith, and 2 ties.
All right.
So we got 1 Keith, 2 Bobby, 2 ties.
Yep.
So here we go. Let's go to number 6. And number 6, he played it earlier for me.
I agree.
Right in the Wrong Way to Love Somebody versus another New Edition song, Hit Me Off. He played it early to me.
He did, but we both said Keith won this one, and honestly, he played it early, but that benefited the matchup. He set the tone early, and I think that while some contestants were holding on to their hits, he was letting it fly early. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Well, you know me, Barry. The best he could have done with Right in the Wrong Way to Love Somebody was to tie it.
Yeah,
he wasn't going to beat it.
Yeah, some songs going in like I said with "Don't Be Cruel," you can't beat it. You can only tie it.
Yeah,
there's a couple of songs that were like, okay, they're not beatable, they're tieable. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So it's 2-2-2. It's 2 Bobby, 2 Keith, and 2 ties.
Yes. So we had 2-2-2. All right. Again, my boy going right back into that slow song bag. There you go, Telling Me No versus You Don't Have to Worry.
Yeah, and honestly, this is like, I don't like this track. It's twice. I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan, and I'm a big New Edition fan, and I hated the movie Metro, which this is a soundtrack.
Really?
This is on the sound. It's on the soundtrack. Like
that you don't like it. You hated it. I like it.
I ain't rock with Metro like that.
I like it for some reason.
I didn't like this song. Like it's twice P. Diddy screwed me over when it came to New Edition, and this is like the first time. He does it later again in the mid 2000s, and I just never liked this track. Never liked the track, never liked the video, and I wasn't a big Metro fan. So
for you and I.
But wait, to be clear, this is 7. We both had Keith.
It's 3-2-2.
Yeah.
And just to go back, me and you know about There You Go Telling Me No because of obviously New Jack City. Yep. He's actually he's at the wedding singing the actual song. Soon as come and shot it up.
Yeah, as soon as somebody, I was texting a couple people during the matchup, and I said he already won. I said this is when they shot up the wedding, and then he mentions it right after the song's over. So that movie's kind of tied. That song is tied to the movie, and I felt like it was nice to bring up that Easter egg.
Everybody knows that, Keisha died, man. He got the R.I.P. Keisha.
He got the single women like drooling all over him.
Oh man.
I'm just like Nino pulled out the bag to get Keith Sweat to perform at that wedding. So it's
He was Keith Sweat at the wedding.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope.
Then he, used the flower girl as a shield. So he was messed up for that.
That's one of the most iconic Man, I'm gonna have to go watch that movie now. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, wait till we do that top 10.
Soon as he played this, Bobby should have played something else from a soundtrack he was on. But I'm saying too much. We'll see.
But I think that's also with you having your own DJ. Because I think with Cassidy is okay. I can't flip.
You know, I have to weird. Yeah, that's the benefit of having
your own DJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you couldn't change it last minute. So
absolutely. All right, so let's go. We're gonna hit round 8. I didn't like this round, period. But Come and Get With Me, Keith Sweat versus Thug Lovin', Bobby.
Yeah. So this is the thing. I would say that the Thug Lovin', for individuals who love, I may not like it because that's the Bobby I wasn't used to seeing. That's when he first had the jaw injury. He was talking with a lisp. And when he was singing it, he can't help but sing this song with a lisp. He's like, the love with the love. Like, I didn't like seeing that version of Bobby, but a lot of people love this song. Like, a couple of people were texting me like, this my joint, because it's that 2000s era when Ja Rule was like huge.
Yep.
So I'm not mad at Bobby for this round because I understand that that's a big hit for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just not necessarily my preference.
It's not. He had so many other songs he could have pulled.
But we both agreed he was gonna play this song. So I'm not mad at the placement. When he played this, I'm like, okay, great. He's saving the hits. Yeah, he's saving the hits for later. And I kept waiting, but it just took a while. So number 9, what happened?
Take it slow. Okay, let me keep going. All right, number 9, Get Up On It versus One More Night, Bobby Brown.
And you actually called it. You said he would bring some Cut Close records into the mix, and he did.
He's a writer and producer.
He played the one. And I was always scratching my head. Like, I'm like, do enough people know Get Up On It? But they did, because the crowd was singing every word. And then I remember this song being bigger in the 2000s and late 90s because there was a comedian on Comic View who had a Jodeci joke and a Keith Sweat joke. And this was part of that joke about like R&B songs being a little bit too revealing in the 90s. So because the Comic View was so popular at the time, everybody knew this song. So where I'm like, all right, enough people know Cut Close. But last night reminded me like, oh no, they still rock with it. The crowd was singing along. So Keith Sweat won.
And that's why I said about the crowd who would have gone to this particular versus. They love Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
so
they know.
Absolutely. All right, so we gave that to Keith Sweat. Here we go, number 10. This is our controversial round.
Yeah. So I text you around this point, like, hey, I'm tripping.
Yes, you did.
Because what happened?
So, all right, so Keith Sweat played Merry Go Round.
And then what did Bobby play?
He did not play a song for some reason.
Okay.
So there was some kind of mix up with him.
There was confusion.
And DJ Cassidy.
Cassidy just jumped the gun. Cassidy jumped the gun and offered them a break too early.
Absolutely.
And I think
they were gonna take a break there.
Yeah, they were. But something happened the way where Keith Sweat presented his songs in a way to where it confused Cassidy. Maybe he offered an intro, and Cassidy may have heard 2 songs, but Keith played Merry Go Round, and I was waiting for Bobby, and I said, and honestly, because Merry Go Round is a big hit for Keith, I knew Bobby was going to be able to combat it with something off of Don't Be Cruel. I'm like, oh, Bobby got this round, yes. But Bobby just took the break and then never played a song. So we're not counting this round.
We're not counting that. Plenty of songs he could have put there, especially off of the Don't Be Cruel album.
He could have played some songs off of Bobby.
Take It Slow and
And then now when we get to 11, they messed up again because Bobby was supposed to go first, which is why when Keith Sweat performs, there's a Bobby Brown music video in the background. Yeah. And it tells you exactly what his next song is going to be. Yeah. So they messed up again, but still it ended up evening out towards the end. What happened?
Notice lately they haven't been flipping.
Well, they were supposed to.
Last few, they have not been flipping.
They were supposed to flip on this, which is why when Keith Sweat comes out, Bobby's supposed to go first. And then they had the graphics on the background. it showed Bobby's next song. So they were supposed to flip.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason they haven't been flipping is because the artists have been tired and haven't been noticing. And the DJ is too afraid to correct them. It's like, all right, y'all talking. Let me just listen to y'all.
Or unless they just, well, we don't care anymore.
Yeah.
But okay, so now we're going to the bag.
It's when I start getting frustrated.
So number 11, Number 11, I Want Her. Who? Keith Sweat versus Getaway, Bobby Brown.
Yeah, and I love Getaway, but I Want Her is one of the staples of
New Jack Swing.
Jack Swing. It's
absolutely.
Yeah. Bobby told him to do the dance, and I'm waiting for him to put on the jean jacket with no undershirt. I'm just like, come on, man. It's Keith Sweat all day. So Keith Sweat won this one.
Yes,
now
sir.
he starts pulling away a little bit. 5-3 Keith Sweat, and we got 2 ties.
Number 12 shocked me. It shocked you.
It shocked me too.
I got all kind of texts. People were, they know I'm an R&B head. I even had to go in the credits. I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'll go ahead and say what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, Let's Chill versus Bobby Brown's That's the Way Love Is.
Yeah, it's this. That's the Way Love Is isn't even that much of a big record off the Bobby album. And and Let's Chill is a record you can't beat. You could tie. So it's 6-3 and 2 ties. So 6-3 Keith. And I didn't know about the Let's Chill thing, but I remember I told you even with Just Got Paid. What was the manager of Guys name again? Teddy Riley's godfather or uncle. He used to play.
I can't know.
Whoever, hold on, I'm looking it up now. Nah, that ain't it. All right, so I'll figure it out later. But nonetheless, they were struggling with who was getting credit on what because he kept putting his name on everything as a writer. But Keith Sweat ended up fighting for some of his ownership. He was like, "Hey, I need this back. I need this back." So a lot of their credits went under the rug.
Absolutely.
And I get Let's Chill is probably one of them that they just never got right.
Yeah.
So
but it makes sense due to the fact that Keith Sweat and Teddy worked well together on projects.
Yeah.
So I can see.
Well, Teddy was always a producer, but Teddy even admitted he wasn't great at writing until he worked with Michael.
Work with Michael?
Michael Jackson. Like he said, Michael kind of taught him how to put a pin to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking up the credits now. You can't find it, but
it's not there. That's what I'm saying. It's not there. So
he said he wrote it, and I believe him.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have played it if he didn't.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So round 13. Again, he's going into his writing bag. Freak Me. Silk. Man.
It's one of them songs. It's one really of them. Yeah, but then what happens?
It's versus Beautiful by Bobby.
We said this was round what?
Round 13.
Okay, I wrote the wrong thing. I put Bobby, but we both had Keith on this one, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, I got Bobby written, but we both had Keith on this one, so just ignore my notes. But we both had Bobby, and I believe we both had Keith.
Is that the Damian Marley song?
Oh yeah, so that's the thing. Hold on, no. He wrote that. Didn't he play that after?
No, that's it. Because I'm looking at my notes. Was it? That's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you know what? That's what it was. Because and my wife's Jamaican, so that's like a huge record in Jamaica, which is my wife was like, I didn't know that was him. I was like, and me, I'm not really that familiar with the music because
I had no clue.
Everybody,
I've never heard the song before.
Everybody in the comment section was putting up the Jamaican flag. So it's one of them. It's a big record overseas. And my wife is from Jamaica. So she was the one educating me on the record.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It just wasn't going to be Freak Me.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I said, I appreciate the history lesson, but the geography lesson.
It's not going to be. Absolutely. All right. So round 14, Keep It Coming versus Keith Sweat versus Good Enough, Bobby Brown.
Good Enough, tough
Good
record,
song.
hard record is just Keith just
Yeah.
matchups was just bad.
I think the video wasn't he on the island or beach
For
or
good enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was when he was still talking to Whitney, but then he couldn't be no sex symbol no more because everybody was critiquing him like, how you talking to Whitney, but you out here singing to this woman on this beach. They were on a beach and he was just on a hill.
I thought
with
so.
Like,
yep.
Yeah. This is like probably this might be my favorite track off of the Bobby album. I like it more than Get Away, and I like it more than Humping Around.
Yeah, definitely. It's my favorite
Yeah.
one. Yeah. All right. Round 15. He goes into his LSG bag. Keith Sweat, he plays My Body versus Something in Common off of the Bobby album with Whitney Houston, R.I.P.
Keith Sweat. So it's Keith Sweat. I feel like because of the Whitney angle, Something in Common is big, but the LSG, they got 2 records. Am I tripping? Yeah, 2 records when you play that whole era of Keith Sweat, it's Twisted and My Body, All Over My Body, where it's like you can't beat him, you could tie him. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And he didn't even. Well, we'll go to that later. But
all right, so correct. Give me your numbers real quick. So my number's not off.
8 for Keith Sweat, 4 for Bobby Brown, and 3 ties.
All right, cool. And then what round are we moving to now?
We're moving to round 16.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we got Twisted versus Keith Sweat, Twisted versus Bobby Brown, Humping Around.
Yeah, so we both put a tie on this one.
Both put a tie. Yep.
And Humping Around is it's a pop culture phenomenon because of that's around the time Bill Clinton was wilding, and that was a soundtrack to what was happening in the White House. Ain't nobody humping around. Fresh Prince, Easter eggs, ain't nobody humping around. But then Twisted is just one of those records. It's extremely big. It's
Cut
it's
close.
it's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're on round 17, and this is when. Okay, let me just say this.
It's almost over, and you ain't hear some of the biggest hits from Bobby.
We have not. We've heard one
Don't
big
be
hit
cruel.
thus far. Just one.
Yeah,
right? Don't be cruel.
Mm-hmm.
So
people texting me like they going around 30. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm missing some records. So I got upset. I ain't going to text nobody no more.
Round 17. We got Johnny Kemp's Just Got Paid, written by Keith Sweat.
Yep.
Versus Rock With Ya.
Yeah, he was lucky because you can't beat the Kemp record. You could only tie it. And this one we put a tie.
We put a tie. I was talking to a few people. When you have a dance record against a ballad, you hear them differently.
Yeah.
And depending on the person who you are, you may sway to one side or the other.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yeah,
I mess around and But with this one, for me, I looked at fingerprints on the culture, and if you say I want to rock with you, like more people think of rocking with people for Bobby more so than Michael Jackson rock with you. Like it's a big record. I see you thinking. I don't
know about that, Barry.
it's close. But I'm saying like that. Even when you heard he let the crowd sing and they kept going, it's like the way that Just Got Paid is grafted into the culture is the same way. That's all I'm saying. Like let's leave Michael Jackson out of this.
Yeah, that take
for those 2 records, they're big. Maybe
because
one's about.
Yeah, the Just Got Paid. If you listen at it, just Got Paid Friday night.
Yeah.
Everybody gets paid on.
Yeah, you know? Everybody plays the song like when they get paid. It's like
just got paid Friday night.
Back in the day, before direct deposit was like everybody was on direct deposit like that. When you had a check and you had an iPod or something, you were jamming to this record.
Oh yeah,
so,
just got.
And then
paid.
this one, I mean, we it was a party in my house. We were all dancing and vibing to the music. It was 2 occasions we had to lock the door. 3 occasions. And let the kids out, and me and my wife was jamming to Rock With You. So I already know it was a tie. So all right. So moving on.
Okay, let's move there. Let's go to 18. Keith Sweat pulled it out on this one.
Yeah.
Pulled out, make it last forever. So when Let me just say what he said.
This round 18, right?
It's around 18.
Yeah.
So he pulls out Make It Last Forever because hold on. And then Bobby Brown played Roni.
Yeah.
Hold on, before you say something. Keith Sweat did a cut before he played it. It's Drake.
Yep.
I'm the light skin Keith Sweat. I'm gonna make it last forever.
Yep.
I'm light skin. I'm like, okay, I know it's getting ready to happen.
I'm sorry. You said this. You said this is 17 or 18?
18.
I think my numbers may be off. Oh, yep, my numbers are off because I'm showing that I'm ending on round 20. That's why I messed up earlier, and I know we went to 21. So this one, he played Roni and Make It Last, right?
Yep.
We had a tie for this one.
Definitely a tie.
Okay, all right. So my numbers are off a little bit, which is why there was confusion with me earlier. But
don't worry, I got it.
Because I'm like, So it's a tie on this one. Roni is a record you can't beat. You could only tie. The only way you beat this record is if Bobby plays something else from his catalog. Make It Last Forever. Same situation. It's like you can't beat it. You could only tie it. So they played great records at the same time.
Great,
which is awesome.
Great records at the exact same time. Great records.
Yep. And this is where Bobby starts struggling because he started waiting, and now it's a lot of his songs are going to be bad matchups. Yep.
So number 19, round 19, I was upset. Keith Sweat played I'm Curious from LSG. Mm-hmm. I'm upset. Mm-hmm. And Bobby played On Our Own, Ghostbusters soundtrack, which
Bobby won.
He won.
Yeah. And you know why Keith Sweat played that, right?
Huh?
You know why Keith Sweat chose to play that, right?
Mm-mm.
I think he did it because of the sample. It's a Midnight Star sample, but when you hear the sample, you can't help but think of one of the biggest records.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Which is what was The Smile from Lil Duval.
Yeah.
He played that to show the audience, like, look, this person sampled from me, but they really sampled from Midnight Star. But still, when you hear that track, you think of LSG and you think
it's
of
Curious. It's
Lil
Curious.
Duval. Yep.
It's Curious.
Yep.
So round 20, Don't Stop Your Love, good song. Keith Sweat versus Every Little Step. It's not.
You're not beating that. You could only tie it. And this is so right now. Correct me on the numbers because wait. This was the last round, right? No, we got one more round after this.
We have one more round.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Say the songs again.
Round 21.
No, round 20.
Don't Stop Your Love.
I already said it. Every little step wins. It's Bobby. And then the last song, you already know what's coming.
He played Nobody. Keith Sweat played Nobody, one of his staples. But then Bobby Brown played My Prerogative. You can't beat it.
It's My Prerogative. It's
My
the
Prerogative.
biggest record. Every Little Step and My Prerogative are the biggest records in this category. So Bobby won that one. But yeah, and when I look back, because I know I said it was 70-30, and I'm looking at the songs Bobby didn't play. And I'm like, well, he played most of the songs I expected. Most of the songs I expected from Keith Sweat, he played, but then he played a couple that I didn't think, like the Let's Chill. So I was definitely tripping on my observations and my prediction. So I would say that. So I was upset with Bobby afterwards. I was like, Bobby dropped the ball in song placement. But I'm like, not really, because Bobby played most of the songs I expected him to play. Keith just had an answer every time. So yeah, I would say I think Bobby was probably being told, don't play this record because New Edition coming on in a couple months or something like that. Because I felt like some of the indie songs he played, the New Edition songs he played, I was like, Candy Girl could have went there, or maybe Cool It Now. But I understand him not having a big part of Cool It Now. I understand that. So maybe you could have put My Secret when you talking about soundtracks. You thinking of Crush Groove and stuff like that. It's just a couple any New Edition songs. I was like, why wasn't that played? But still, even if you would have played it, I don't know if you would have had an answer for Keith Sweat. So I underestimated Keith Sweat.
Absolutely.
I apologize for that. So
hey, man, sometimes I was taken back because he put out some songs that I did not know.
Yeah.
I knew about Silk. I knew about Cut Close. That Let's Chill
I think that shocked a lot of people.
I'm telling you, I got texts like, "Did you notice? Did you?" I'm like,
yeah, that's going to be the surprise, and I feel like two things are going to happen. Number one, they definitely had a meme moment to where I could see a lot of people making a meme out of, when they were both looking at their lists and they were kind of bending, squatting. Everybody's going to make a meme out of that. That's coming soon. And the other thing is the Let's Chill thing. I feel like I thought I was the only one who ain't know, and I was like,
no.
Okay, Bill's gonna like. When I saw you didn't know, I was like, okay, so I'm not tripping. I didn't miss that information because I thought I knew the writers of, I would have expected that to be Aaron, because Aaron typically wrote a lot of their music.
Yeah.
Now that, to me, that's a record that I didn't bank on, and it's not beatable. You could only tie it, which is awesome. So outside of that, man, let's do you had 50-50, and I think you were closer to the score because it's 7-9-5.
No. It's 8 Keith, 7 Bobby, 5
Okay, it's
Ty.
close. All right, there we go. It's closer than I thought. And honestly, the score is probably closer than the matchup was. I think it was never in question with Keith, which is why he started playing around at the end, because he had a big lead. Mm-hmm. So 7 Bobby, 8 Keith, 5 for a tie. Hey, you know what? Let's go ahead. You were closer to the actual final score. Give your victory speech.
All right. First off, I would like to thank everybody for believing in me. This was a tough battle between my brother Barry. Both of us have, Barry is younger than me, but I'm telling you, his knowledge of 80s, 90s R&B and movies and so forth, hey, I can't do nothing but respect it. Shout out again to Swiss and Tim. Shout out to Keith Sweat, who was drunk.
Second half, he was tipsy.
Shout out to Bobby Brown. He's going through a lot in his life, a lot of losses, but it's still great to see him in good spirits. Saw his son out there dancing.
On Our Own is his favorite track.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Yeah, he was out there dancing. And another thing I love, Barry, they sung each other's songs.
Yeah.
I love that. That shows respect to me, and how great those records were.
Yep.
So, Barry, go ahead and give a speech, brother.
Nah, you got it, man.
We both won on this.
I want to thank Bill for the grace and just not ridiculing me for being so disrespectful when it came to the 70-30 split. Also, shout out to Bobby, the homie. That's like I said, I for what he was able to do. The cricket teeth, I got cricket teeth too. And the reason I never got braces is because I grew up looking at Bobby like, if you could have that much swag with cricket teeth, definitely I'm gonna let it rock. The Gumby, so many different hairstyles. I copied off that dude in the back. I almost wore an S-curl for the matchup just for Bobby. So it's great music. I think they put a lot of people up on game last night, so I appreciate it. New Jack Swing is my favorite genre of music, and these two dudes have fingerprints all over the genre, so I'm always happy for that. All right, so score was 8-7 Keith with 5 ties. That's not a fact. Maybe somebody thinks differently. Bill, what they need to do if they disagree?
If you disagree, go down to the bottom where it says my 2 cents. Go to the comment section and type it in. Give us your 2 cents about what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about the battle, the verses? Just put it down there for us, please.
Yeah, and like I said, I think we were favorable towards Bobby on this matchup because watching it, he took a lot of L's some rounds. So, man, it was hard to see my boy getting swung on like that. But enjoyed it. It was a surprise.
I will be watching
mystery guest, and I'm gonna watch it another time as well. I feel like this is one of my most entertaining verses because I love the artist so much. So I'm looking forward to whatever they got coming up next. Yes, that's all I got to say, Bill. You got anything you want to add?
Again, like, comment, and subscribe to our podcast and In This Corner. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends to tell your friends about it. And we're just here for you.
Peace.
Peace.